All right. Here we go. Fire it up, baby. All right. And we're back here. Another episode of our CRF 450 build here. Justin's back.
Hey. How's it going?
Don't show too much excitement, buddy.
Dude, it's been a long week.
So has it been for me. But you know what? We're here. We're fucking doing it. So Justin's going to try to get this thing wrapped up today. He's going to, well, I say wrapped up. Wrapped up is a relative term. We're going to try to fire this bad boy off today. We don't have plastics or graphics for it yet. We're working on that. We're kind of bouncing back and forth between a couple companies, seeing who will give us the best deal. Because let's face it, we're doing a YouTube build video. So, you know, give us some stuff. Help us out. We're going to help you out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good talk. Good talk. Anyway, so Justin's going to get everything wrapped up on it. Chain on, rear brakes on, exhaust on, gas tank on, grips, levers, controls. Yeah, so it's going to be wrapped. And hopefully, like I said, by the end of this video, we're going to fire this bad boy off. So Justin, get to it. Well, the hits just keep coming today. We got a CR250 that we borrowed that doesn't, I can't ride it. And now Justin's still breaking stuff. So Justin, what do you got here?
Where the rear brake pads go into the rear caliper, there's two metal plates. One goes on top, one goes on bottom, and these sit in there and the brake pads sit inside that slot. But what these do is they hook on the side and they keep the rear brake pads every time you're pressing the brake to keep the brake pads from going like this. Without this little piece, the rear brake pads for the most part sit in there, but the first time you jam on the rear brake really hard, the brake pads could literally move to the right or move to the left, come out of their slot, and then you have binding issues, and then you just have a whole lot of broken dreams and hearts. We got the top one though. Yeah.
I might be able to get us one of those. Hold on. All right, super positive note. We have found the piece we need, sourced locally. So we're gonna go get that. All right, so coming in clutch here. All right, is that loose and everything already?
Yeah.
Oh, sick, you don't even have brake pads in there.
No, it's finger tight.
All right, jump in there real quick. Pull that piece off we need. He comes to me 5 minutes ago and he broke that piece.
What is that for the brake pads?
So basically when those pads come in there,
All right, so we have secured the piece that we need. Now Justin can get back to work. All right, so Justin, update.
Update on what, buddy?
How this is going?
Oh, you know, just usually you have this idea that you're going to get stuff done in a certain amount of time, and then you start getting into shit, and you realize that's not how it goes.
Well, if you would quit breaking parts.
Look, man, it's not my fault that the guy and the guy before that had this bike suck ass at working on shit.
All right, so what do we got? What do we got left to do here?
Basically just hook up the controls. We got this all together. Still gotta do a fuel pump or put the tank on. Obviously we can't do the plastic. Front tire. Pretty much just fucking fire the thing up at that point. Not really a lot, but you know.
It's little tedious stuff at this point.
But since we don't have that 252 stroke tomorrow, we got all day tomorrow before we do the podcast, and
Yep.
yeah, it's just one of those things. You take stuff apart and it sits for a long time, and especially for me, considering like I'm just getting back into working out bikes after being away for a few years, and you remember certain things that you did to make things easier, and then you remember certain things like, oh hey, this.
So you're saying you're rusty?
We'll bet. Well, you gotta remember, man. I went from working on dirt bikes every day of my life for 10+ years, and then I just stopped cold turkey for 3. I mean, honestly, when Kev was up here, that was the first time I had actually worked on a dirt bike. And
These bars aren't centered.
no, I know.
Okay, I just want to make sure. This is important. I'm riding this.
Listen.
Okay, I'm trying to be safe.
I'm out.
And
I
you're
can't
rust-
work-
and
I
you're
work-
rusty.
I can't work under these conditions.
Where are we going for dinner?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I told you to pick. I'm
Look, bro,
buying.
I am smelly. I'm greasy.
No one gives a shit.
Look,
We're going
Jesus
to dinner.
cares.
Jesus doesn't care. I tried to have Jesus take the wheel today, and it didn't work. So
Jesus Christ.
that's what I said.
No pun intended.
All the puns are intended. missing now? This seems to be a running trend here on this build for some reason. I
Exhaust
seem to
gasket.
have lost parts.
It happens, man. You got to think. How long ago did you take this thing apart? It's sat for a long time. Shit gets moved. It happens.
This-
Exhaust gasket. That's it.
What is it, 21?
What do you mean?
Wait, it's 2021, right?
Yeah, 21.
I took it apart December of 2020
There you
or
go.
November of
And
2020.
you probably moved those boxes a million times and
Yes.
had the motor. So it happens.
And you probably threw it away in a bag or something.
I can't multitask.
I want you to. All right, so another solid day here. We got a lot done. We're actually going to film tomorrow also, and this is going to be one big video, so enjoy it. But for tonight, we finished up. We got the tank on, so that's cool. We just got to do the grommets and some mounts, and we're good to go on that. Justin got all the rear wheel stuff set up and on, so that's cool. Bars are on, controls are on, wires and cables are run. So tomorrow, what do we got left to do tomorrow? Exhaust, because we're missing the exhaust gasket.
Yep,
Which
grommets.
we did figure that out.
Grommets, front tire, and since we don't have plastics or motor mounts, basically just fucking air filter, oil, coolant, and fucking fired up. I mean, we can't. There's only so much. We can't put everything back together because we don't have certain things. And I can't tighten the motor shit because we don't have the motor mount. So.
But we're getting there. We're close.
Engine hanger.
So, anyway, this is going to be like 2 seconds for you guys, but we're wrapping for the night. So, 3, 2, 1, and next day. All right, and we're back for day 2 of the build here in this episode. And basically, we're wrapped up because we kind of ran into a little snafu here. We do not have the exhaust gasket for the exhaust to go on the bike right now. So, Justin did get the front wheel on, front disc guard on, everything's tightened up front here. So basically we have a roller, we need that exhaust gasket, and we need those motor mount bolts, and then we can get this thing fired up. Are you gonna put the upper mount here on the tank before you quit for the day too? So the hour meter, everything's mounted instead of just hanging?
It's possible.
Because there's a full-blown mount for that. So anyway, so Justin's wrapping this up, and this has been our episode. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. We almost got this thing wrapped up. Next episode, that'll be it. This thing will be wrapped up, and we'll be riding it. We've got T-minus 2 weeks till we have our ride day that we want to ride this thing on. So we're working on it, and then we've got here's a little sneak peek of the next build. That's it. That's all you get. You'll see that coming up. Makes a noise like a ring-a-ding-ding. All right, say goodbye, Justin.
Goodbye, people.